Do you want to make a comic? Well, do I have the video for you? Hello, this is CandyThePuppy, and I am here talking about my comic book. Whoa! I'm here basically just to say that it is super easy, like so easy. I'm actually going to show you the process step by step in how I made it. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Dang, don't you wish money was free? Alright, so I'm not exactly brand new to this whole comic book making. I did a while ago make this stick figure comic where I kind of just, like, had characters doing things. So, actually this chapter sucks in comparison to the amazing Dead Moon chapter, so... What? Okay. What? Okay, so yeah, basically, I drew... Okay, so, like... my whole thing about making comics is that I just want to tell a story. So even if that means if the art's a little bit wonky, like I just wanted to have fun, and that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. This is my first comic I made. It's just like stick figures, and they just kind of go on a little wacky adventure. And then there's a lot of things, and then they fight things, and then they find out more things, and the story kind of just does things. So basically this is the first comic I ever made, just letting you know. This just showing you this so you get a better idea of like where I came from. This is just, if you want to check this out, this is the original Sock Dodo. I accidentally lost this account, so I had to recreate it. So this is actually mine. Don't worry, don't tag it as they're both me. Don't worry, guys. So, yeah, this one has a lot more just because this is the original, and then this is the newer one that I had to upload just because I lost it. Anyways, so yeah, and then, but this video isn't about Sock Dodo. The frick. This video is about my 5 fancy men. Now, how the frick did I come up with this? It was just a funny idea, really. Like, it was just like, I want to create a fantasy story geared towards, like, the typical audience. So I'm actually making this video on the 10th chapter, so I thought, hey, I'm gonna wait until 10 chapters before I make a video. So that's what I did, woo! And this video has slightly better, art. Yay, just slightly. You can see there's great improvement indeed. It's a parody of another webtoon, so if you don't know what this wretched photo imp is, then congratulations, you have not been tainted by the darkest depths of evil. And so yeah, this is kind of like a parody of that one. I actually forgot the name of it. That's why I'm not naming it.
Okay, so this is the original comic book. Like, it's just something that a lot of people have, you know, kind of clowned on, just because it's about this evil empress type lady, but she's not really treated as much like she's super evil. So yeah, it's just a thing, and it's kind of popular, and so many people were like clowning on it on YouTube that I was like, hey, what if I used the concept but just made it a little bit funnier? And that's basically what I did. That's basically what I did. The whole point is just the princess, you know, becomes first empress, and the emperor will mask well. That's why she's collecting her beautiful jewels. So she's like collecting a bunch of husbands, talented and handsome from across the land to help her reach her goal. So it's kind of the same idea. Where just a woman who's with white hair and is powerful wants to get a bunch of husbands. Like, I basically just took that premise, but then the actual story itself is very different because I didn't want to be actually just legitimately copy her because that would be boring. So this story goes in a very different direction, and it's very intentional. So yeah, that's kind of it.
So first, this is our amazing files here. Let's go. That's way too big. That's weird. Okay, so this is our amazing files, our drawing art section. I have these 2 different series now. And then I got the woo. And then this is whoa. These are the references I took for the reference. This is like the house and stuff. I don't have any references for characters yet. I don't need it. But this is like buildings and stuff. Because the house is something I really wanted to put a lot of attention into. Because, I mean, a lot of things just don't. Alright, so basically it's this house right here. Woo! Wow. So, yeah, this is the house that I wanted it to look cool. And, yeah. let me just look up more pictures. There's a lot of pictures of it because I like this house. Let me see. Is chapter 2. Chapter 2. Okay, here's chapter 2. I think it's the pictures. There we go. Okay. Another picture. Woo, it's of the amazing house. So that I put a lot of effort into this house. So as you can see, but it is entirely original. I just used some photo references, and I wanted to go with a kind of like, oh my gosh, what's it called? I wanted to go with a kind of Russian inspired, so I wanted to be kind of like warm and homey, and at least on the inside, and then like I didn't want it to just be a generic like fantasy castle, so I just looked up a bunch of like Russian churches and Russian castles and Russian stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So this is the inspiration board I made. It's very pretty. And then the number 1 next is drawing. Wow. Alright, so here we are. We have, let's go over to this is on our drawing tablet over here. Woo, we have Canvas and Canvas 2, because for some reason Canvas 1 glitched out on me and won't let me draw anything. So this is kind of, these are 4 pages, segmented. And so that way it kind of just makes it easier to draw, so I don't have to draw each page individually, like separate, but I also don't have to have like huge long strips. Like for the Sock Dodo one, it would just be one massive strip, and it would just go on infinitely. But for this one, it's just like 4 pages at a time, so we don't have as many of those really awkward breaks, at least. And then what I usually do, obviously, just make your little character and like draw them talking. Like I wanted, whenever I was making it, whenever I was drawing my comic, I wanted it to be as like simple as possible. So like this is pretty much just the entire process. It's just me being like, well, let's try to tell a story and as simple as possible. And yeah, this is pretty much the whole process. Like I'm literally just like making a comic like right now. Like let me just actually like just gonna hit him like, so there we go, like, ooh, there we go. So this is basically the whole comic process, and then I just like write a little something like wow, and then like wow. Yeah, this is amazing. So yeah, basically comic book doesn't have to be hard. I purposefully came into this comic book making process wanting to create something as simple as possible. And that's literally what I do. As simple as possible. Wow. So if you are someone who is procrastinating on making a comic book, just try making something as absolutely gosh darn simple as needed. And yeah, you can go places. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I guess next I just kind of export it. And then like I have arc 1, arc 2. I'd put it in arc 2 and I draft some mistakes there. Because sometimes if it's a more complicated scene, I do need to draft. Usually I'll actually just draw an entire scene like on the spot. But, you know, I think sometimes it's okay to just draft things. That's kind of like smart. Yeah, and then I just basically, you know, export it as a JPEG. You know, you probably don't need to know all that. And I am using Krita, by the way, in case you weren't entirely sure. You don't need to use Krita, but it's quicker that it's fine. It's easy to use. Yay. And also I'm cheap.
I'm basically just gonna talk about the Webtoon now, so if you guys aren't interested in that, then that's fine. But since it's so simple, like, there really isn't too much to talk about, like, how I made it. Like, I just kind of drew things. You know, I just kind of drew an area, drew this, and then I, you know, moved on, and then I drew this, and all this stuff, and, oops, that's fan art, and then I drew this, and, like, this is still an impressive scene, because usually whenever I am drawing this, since obviously my art style isn't very good, like, my art, like, I'm just going really fast, really, but since my art, like, isn't super impressive, I try to impress in other ways, by, like, making my story clear. So I guess that's the main thing. I guess if you're an aspiring comic artist or something, but you're also not very good at drawing, shoot for clarity over quality, I guess. Shoot for clarity over quality, so that way people can at least understand what's going on and be able to still kind of follow along for pretty easy. yeah, that's kind of like my tip. I was not expecting there to be so many gay jokes in this. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, here he is. Here he is. He's the guy. I don't know. I just I'm just rambling. I'm just showing off. Look, guys, I made a thing. Whoa, I made a thing. Whoa. And yeah, that's kind of it. Don't know why I'm here. Like, okay, look at this. Sometimes the eyes get really stylized. Like, isn't that? I wanted to like be kind of. It's kind of uncanny. Like, I wanted because like the art style is so simple. I wanted sometimes it just jump into like super big like quality. Just like for more emphasis, you like pay attention to it more, and then you know, since your attention is drawn to it, you think more about it, and you can kind of see the emotion and stuff, and that's kind of why I did that. So it's like inspired by Mob Psycho, definitely. Just wanted to jump around different art styles, just have fun with it. Like, see, introducing characters. Sometimes I try to draw them to look actually decent. This is literally Thor, by the way. Like, this is literally just Marvel Thor, because I actually had a different character in mind, but then I was like, wait, that's boring. So I added this. I was just like, wait, but I need another character real quick. And so I was just like, let's just throw Thor in there. I was literally like drawing the comic like already, and then I had to introduce this guy, and I was like, okay, I need to introduce this guy, but I don't know who to draw, and it's just like, let's just do Thor. So yeah, that's the story behind that. Literally just last second. And also Manfred is my favorite. I asked my friend if I could use the name Manfred, so shout out to Potato Goddess for letting me use the name Manfred for this guy. He's just a wholesome butler dude, and yeah, so sorry if I'm annoying you with all these clicking, and then oh, there's a lot of anime. I don't really know what else to say, just, yeah, look at this, like, see, like, this is a big problem. I wish I could. Okay, so, like, I guess the downside with having, like, not limited space is, like, you know, usually for each panel, I have a place where I want to, like, end it. So whenever I start a panel, I'm like, okay, I want to end it here. So that means that the chapters can be a bit cluttered, like, as you can see right here. That's a lot of words. I don't really like that. But also, if I were to fix that, it would mean stretching this out and then making a whole nother panel, and that would just be a big hassle. So I kind of just went with, yeah, cluttering it. It doesn't look as pretty. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah, like, see, here's the original picture of the house. I spent, like an hour or more on this, so please enjoy it in all its glory. The mansion, it's kind of just a house. Yeah, and then that's kind of it. Oh yeah, I drew a whole plan for it. It's kind of cool. Look at that. Woo. I spent another hour on this just because I wanted to have this all set up so that it would be easier for me later on to be like, okay, where are they? They're here, or they're here, or they're over here. You know, so it'd be easier for me to draw. And then there's like an actual drawing of probably like, it's probably right here. Oh wait, no, it's actually right here. The camera is here. So like, because I have this outline, I can better envision where the camera is. So the camera is over here. This is where the light's coming in, see? And then because there's like a door with like windows in it, and it spews in a bunch of light. And there's like, I don't know what's the light. Actually, that's kind of a problem. There's no light source here. Oh no, plot holes. Oh no. I'm just rambling. I'm literally just rambling. What the heck?
I guess as for scenes, I like this one scene. Like, this one chapter actually is pretty cool. This is my latest chapter. Let me see. My favorite scene is right here, whenever he gets murdered. So I liked the dramaticness of it. I enjoy drawing the drama and like the lighting and the I very much felt like a storyboarder there for a little bit. So I wish I could be a storyboarder, but alas, I can't. Anyways, for no real reason, just yeah. So yeah, this is my favorite scene so far. Yay! Someone get murdered. So yeah, hopefully from this video you at least learned how simple comic booking actually is. It does not need to be super complicated. It's just a bunch of to on a screen, and the lines are telling people things. So yeah. If you want to read my comic book, that is super cool. You can read that if you want. If you do not want to read it, then that is also super cool. And have a nice day. Bye bye.